Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be opening a full case of the Mimi New Chinese Style Chang'an Jishi series. So, I haven't seen some really good translations of this series name. On the box itself, it just has the pinyin spelling of the Chinese name, which is not helpful if you don't know Chinese. I looked on the back and they called it the Mimi Chang'an Instant series, which is a somewhat better translation. But actually I think the best way to translate this might be stories from Chang'an, or maybe moments from Chang'an. Chang'an was the old capital of China during the Tang Dynasty. And all of the figures in the series are named based on poems by Tang Dynasty poet Li Bai. So I don't have the ability to actually translate every single one of these, but we're still going to take a look at the figures. I won't give a translation necessarily, but I can at least read you what the name says in Chinese, and I think I'll add a reference at the top to tell you guys which poem each one is referring to. So Mimi's packaging this time is these what they call lucky clouds in Chinese. Oh, the first one we got is the mouse. Okay. So this one is called Ye Zhao Bai. Here's the card. So, in ancient China, they had people who would, I guess, be responsible for walking around and maybe lighting lanterns. And so I think that's what this is supposed to be. So most of the past series of Mimi have been primarily the velvety matte texture. So his face is still that same texture, and so are his hands and feet. But the head here, the eggshell for his head is shiny. And then like the hat, ears, his outfit, all shiny. That's, I think, a first for Mimi to have this much shiny vinyl in one figure. Next we have the Emperor. So this one's called Pan Fu Lai. The image that they've used here is maybe an emperor as a child. He's holding a little panda plushie, I guess. A little anachronistic. Oh no, I have a mark on mine. This time, so this is returned to the velvety matte texture. It's velvety matte all over except for this clear part here and here on the hat. Really cute. I like the colors of this one. This sort of blue with the yellow is really nice. Oh, we have the Doctor. So we have this one called Shu Dao Nan. So you can see that there's Chinese characters written all over his outfit. So all of these are like various medicinal herbs and things like that that are used in Chinese medicine. Here on his head, you can see there's one character here which actually means medicine. So I think this is basically, there were some doctors who would like wander around from like town to town and, you know, take care of people who happened to be sick while they were visiting in that village. Because, you know, obviously there weren't hospitals back then. People couldn't go necessarily to see a doctor whenever they were sick. Not every village would necessarily have a doctor, so this kind of a traveling doctor was very important. So you can see there's this gourd here that's usually used to carry maybe water or even like spirits. It's got this like backpack, which must be all of the medical supplies and medicines. So this one again is mostly shiny material. including the hat and the horns, hair, and outfit. Love the colors on this one too. This one is the mask one. I have no idea what this one is. This is called 清平调. So I think this is meant to be like a stage actor. 清平调 is like a famous song from a play. So this one is mostly shiny. The fan is not. The fan is matte. Face is matte. There's a little bit of flocking here on this part. It's very subtle. This is not like a particularly thick fabric they used for the flocking. The rest of it is all shiny. You see this cape, his hair, he's got a ponytail, a little bit of blue tinge on his eyes, or not his eyes, his ears, I'm sorry, to go along with the horns. It's really nice too. I don't like the colors on this one as much, but this is still a cool design. I really like his outfit. Oh, I think this one's the tree. This is called Yannan Gui. Yannan Gui is literally like swallows returning south, so it must be like winter. You can see there's a leaf on his back. It's like a sort of glittery, semi-translucent piece. And the rest of him is all matte. The colors on this one are pretty plain. They've done a little bit more with the horns here, so that looks like buds on branches. And his hands together in prayer. I know which one this is. This is called Tiehua Hong. Yep, this one's called Tiehua Hong. So, it's mostly a red and white theme. It has a cute little bag here with a bow on it that he's wearing. This little bit of fur trim here is actually flocked on his feet. The rest of him is mostly that shiny texture. There's the back of his cape. You see this is on top of his head, this design. Really good detail on the flower. I really like this one too. It's got very like New Year vibes because of the red. Ah, we have the drinking one. Little accessory. This one is called 杯莫停. So this accessory on the card, it's shown as going all the way around the horn on top, but in reality the loop's not quite big enough to really fit. I'm thinking it might be better for me to either, I guess, maybe try to keep it on this horn, or maybe even on his flute in the back. That'll probably be more secure. So again, face is matte and the rest of him is shiny. The meaning of his name literally is don't stop the cups, which basically means don't stop drinking. So for those of you who like to drink, this might be the figure for you. There's his, it does say jiu, which is wine, on his gourd here. He has some bamboo designs on his cape or his shirt here. The blue and black looks really great, honestly. And there's this raised design on the shell. Also really nice. Oh, this one has protection. So So this is the one from the front of the box. It's called 少年游. He has flocking here on this fur trim around this lion hat. The rest of him is velvety matte, so it looks like he's maybe sucking on a lollipop. Even has 2 earrings, so like a rebellious young man. And he has a ball. So this is like this is like maybe a anachronistic kind of image. So it'd be like somebody who's like a rebellious kid who likes to play soccer, but in ancient China. It's kind of an interesting concept. Even has the off-shoulder kind of like a hoodie or jacket look. I really like this lion hat that he's wearing. Pretty cute. Really nice blue color. Such a nice texture, this mat. Oh, I forget what this one is called, but he's one of the sad ones. So this one's called Wang Jungui. I really like this card. It's got this giant moon in the back. You can see there's a little pigeon standing in front of him. So I think the meaning behind this is looking for someone to return. Wang Jungui means I'm waiting for you to come back. And you can see there's a clear, semi-translucent tear on his face. He's holding a letter. It says 天不老情难绝. It's like as long as this world exists, as long as the sky does not die, then my love for you doesn't stop, basically. Very romantic. So he looks like there's wind blowing, maybe. Long cape in the back. It has like a single, I guess this is an earring. And again, it's the shiny texture. There's this, looks like a phoenix or something like that wrapped around his head. This would go well with the, there was one design from the first Chinese style series they did where there's like a dragon wrapped around his head. I think those would go well together. Last one. Oh, we have the fortune teller. 卜算子. So this one's definitely a fortune teller. Oopsies. He's holding a basically like a flag. It's like a advertising that he does fortune telling. You can see there's a gold ingot falling out of his sleeve. There's a bunch of clear beads circling his head here. And there's a clear veil over his face. Oh no, I have a mark on mine again. So obviously the veil doesn't really block anything, but I really like this design too. He has raised flowers on his sleeves. See in the back that would this really be able to hold up a whole flagpole? Just a loosely tied ribbon. There's his flag on both sides to advertise his business, I guess. That's a really cool one. So here's another closer look at all of the figures from this Mimi series. So this is the first time I've seen so much shiny vinyl on Mimi. In the past, there have been shiny vinyl elements, but it's mostly been the velvet texture. So this is kind of an unusual one for Mimi. But the quality is really nice. I think HeyOne usually does a really good job of quality on their figures. No big complaints on any of the paint jobs. I just had sort of stray marks, I think, on 1 or 2 of them. I might be able to get rid of those with a magic eraser. My favorite ones, I think, probably this one, and this one, and then this one, and this one. I think those 4 are my favorites. I didn't get a sacred, but I think honestly, all of these look so great. You know, the secret isn't necessarily any more impressive than any of these, so you're not really missing out if you just buy a case and get all the regular designs. So let me know what you guys think of these, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.